Welcome to the session. Topic of this session is project budgeting. Project budgeting is important stage of the project preparation stage, and the project budgeting basically provides the estimates of the cost of the undertaking a project. And estimation of cost is very much important. Actually all the activities of the projects, it's different sub activities of the projects, the employment of the and the resources, the human resources, the purchasing of the raw material, the purchasing of the farm machinery or machinery or equipments, development of the building. So all this is depend on the project budgeting. So we need to have very good estimates, precise estimates of the budgets which are required to undertake the project activity. And actually this project budgeting activity actually is a tools to identify the different types of cost involved, and also we identify if there is a variation or is there is a chance to deviate from the prescribed budget. And also through the project budgeting process we can find out the deviation, and we can also find out the region of the deviations, and we can make some arrangement if there is a deviation or probable deviation is there in the project budgeting or project cost estimation. And also if there is something going on wrong or something going in the other side, so it is also a controlling tool. So here we can control the different activities. So it is a planning tool, it is a controlling tool to undertake the project activity, to implement the project activity. And this project budgeting also help in the evaluation of the project. So here because we have some estimates of the budgeting cost of the cost of the project. So if when we compare with the final output when the project is already completed, so we can see what are the deviations. So it also help in the project evaluation, project monitoring, also it will help. So in this session basically we are going to discuss about the project budgeting, what is the project budgeting, its significance, and then there are different techniques and tools and procedures in the project budgeting. So we are going to discuss about the different aspect of the project budgeting in this session. Learning objective of this session is to explain the meaning and significance of project budgeting and discuss the steps in the project budgeting process, and also types of the project budgeting process. So we will understand the steps and as well as the different types of budgeting process, and we will also understand the different budgeting techniques, how we have to arrive at some cost. So these are the three learning objective of this session. So let us start what is the project budget actually. So project budget is basically a tool used by the project manager to estimate the cost of a project. So here this is the important tool for the project manager, and he basically or she basically estimates the cost of the project or activities, or there may be different types of the projects like the development project, maybe the research project, maybe the extension project, or project by the agribusiness firm, or project by some large business corporate house. So in all types of project we need to estimate the budget, being small, or sometimes we have to also estimate the cost in household activity also. So project budget is basically a tools used by the project manager to estimate the cost of the project. And project budgeting is basically a process which determines the total amount of money that is allocated for the project to use, and the project budget templates. And when we finalize the project budget, so we prepare the template that include the detailed estimates of all costs that are likely to be incurred during the project execution. So large commercial projects sometimes they have the several pages long this project budget. So they divide their activities in their, there are different types of activities, sub activities, sub elements in the project or production process. So all the sub elements or sub activities that we have to estimate the cost. So that's why in a large commercial project, basically the project budget is of several pages, very long Excel sheet. Sometimes we can prepare, and we can also compare with the estimated budget with the actual cost of the projects or actual cost of the activities same same time in a one Excel sheet or in another sheet. So they are basically dynamic tools or dynamic documents and continuously updated over the course of the project, and this phase is going in continuously, and we can implement or actually we can update the information based on the actual conditions. And project budgeting basically is the we can say the project planning sometimes or budgeting plan sometimes. So budgeting is a plan of spendings, how we will be spending, how the money will be make available for the project activities. So it is basically plan of spending, and budget is a very good tool for the control of the funds also, because if sometimes it is going beyond our expectation or going beyond our estimation, we can control the project activity also. And project provides basically the regions, this budgeting provides the regions for deviation in spending if more than what has been budgeted. So if there is a deviation, this budgeting techniques provide some region also. And then management will also know in time and when things are expected to grow wrong, or there is some unexpected things are going on, so in that condition the management can take the corrective actions and to direct the activities so that we can complete the activity. And in project budgeting, basically the main focus is on the process of estimation of the cost of a project and also its pricing in detail. So if we calculate, we estimate the cost of the different project activity, then in the end actually we aggregate the total cost of the different activity to reach at the total project budget. And when we talk about the process of the budgeting, there are few steps. The first step is the kick-off meeting, then second step is the estimation of the labor requirement, third is the estimation of the overhead, and then fourth is the estimation of the materials and support prices, and then last is the pricing the project. So we will discuss all these steps of the budgeting process. So first step is the kick-off meeting, and this is actually the first meeting of the people from all department concerned with the budgeting. So if there is a one activity or project activity, there are different departments are there, like marketing department, procurement department, the human resource department, or any other type of department. So here all the people of that department, different department, where they sit together and they start the discussion on the budgeting aspects. So and basically they discuss the work breakdown schedule or work breakdown structure for providing the dependable estimates. We have some activity. There are some major activity and then minor activities, or there are activity at different levels, like development project becomes the activity at the state level, or activity at the district level, or activity at the grassroots level. So all the levels for all types of activity, when we break the complete project in different activities and we prepare the schedules or structure, we develop the structure, or for each activity or for or activity at each level, we estimates the cost. So that is the basically preparation of breaks down schedule. So small discussion meeting, first discussion meeting started and with the kickoff meeting, and then we finalize the different breakdown schedules or different activities which are going to be taken place in the projects, and then this kickoff meetings can be followed with different meetings with for more clarity follow-up actions. So then we can start different meetings for if there is any clarification required, or we can see the progress, how much they have, what they are doing, the different peoples are doing to bring the project. Then second step is to estimation of the labor requirements. So all the line departments estimates the labor requirement for each task assigned to them in man hours with justification. Then the estimation of wages and salaries they do based on the estimated labor requirement. So they also do estimation of the wages and salaries. And the project managers, they organize the meeting of the line managers or line department manager to finalize the estimates, and then they submit the estimates of the total labor requirement to the top management or the funding agency or the sponsor for the approval for the labor requirement. Then third step is the estimation of overheads, and the overhead costs are basically not directly related to the production. So they are not, they may be both a type of variable cost or the fixed cost. Some of the things, even there is no production is there, we have to incorporate some cost. So that is basically overhead cost. So the overhead costs are estimated based on the overhead rates derived from three factors like direct labor rates, the business base, the overhead expenses projects. So and the project manager especially exercise control over the direct costs and the overhead costs. So they have the full manager, the project manager has the full power to have the control on the direct cost and the overhead cost. And third steps is the estimation of the materials and support services. And here again we have to estimate the cost of the different materials or support services required in the project activities. And here basically this estimation, there is some basis we have to need with information about some engineering standards, even some building something, some technical aspects is there. Also actually some technical information is required to have the estimates on the material and the support services for the project. So actually, and they are communicated, this technical information or technical standards or engineering standards, they are communicated to the project officers, and that is called as the bill of the material, we can say. So which contain the description. So this bill of materials which have the information about the requirement of the material cost and the support services. So here we need to have the information about the material required, what are the different materials will be required, and the name of the supplier from where this material is available, then what is the expected cost of that materials, and then the duration of shelf life also we have to mention, and that is also important, particularly in case of the agriculture, because there is shelf life of the agriculture input as well as output is very limited. So, and also we have to mention about the estimated scrap value after the shelf life is over, or the life of that particular equipment, so machinery or material is over, what is the value. So we have to also mention here about the estimated scrap value. Here in this aspect, in these steps, we have to also estimate the cost of supporting services like traveling, the transportation of the material. So such different type of services when we use, we have to estimate about their cost, and sometimes this is estimated as the percentage of the total direct cost. So simply we can say 10% or 20%, so based on the requirement. So sometimes we can say simply the percentage of the total cost. The next step is the pricing the project. So actually here we aggregate the all type of the cost, that is the labor cost, the overhead cost, material and support services cost. And so actually to get the total project cost, we have to simply aggregate. So here in this aggregation process, we can make some provision for the expected variation in the the prices of the different items we are using, or some deviation due to the unexpected requirement in the project. So that type is the projection also we can make and we can include in the budgeting. Now we'll move to the types of the budgeting process. So basically there are two bases for define the budgeting process. Actually first is the, we can say, the based on the input required or accuracy level of the estimates. So there are three types of the budgeting process. Budgeting, one is the order of the magnitude analysis, another is the approximate estimates, third is the definitive estimates, and the another types of budgeting process based on we divide this budgeting process is the top down or bottom up approach of this breakdown structure. So here again there are two techniques, one is the top down budgeting and the bottom up budgeting. So here we will discuss the types of budgeting process. First we will discuss the type of budgeting process based on the input required and accuracy level. So the first type is the order of the magnitude analysis. So here the project cost is estimated without using engineering data. It is basically a very rough or broad idea about the project cost. So this applies to the project in conceptual stage, and these estimates are on the rough basis only. Actually we don't have much information about the project activity in the initial stage, what the things we will be doing, what are the type of resources we are requiring, what are the human resources we are requiring. So in the conceptual stage basically we do this type of estimates, and there is a large variation. Variation may be sometimes high of the 35% layers or more. So both either side actually large variation we can find in this type of estimates. So and the second estimate is, or second types of the budget processing is the based on the accuracy and data required is the approximate estimates. So here this is also made without engineering data and without any technical data, but we estimates here by interpolating the expenditure on similar projects which are taken earlier. So based on the earlier experiences actually we estimates the project budget or estimates of the project budget, and here again there is a large variation, maybe up to the 50% on either side, maybe less or more. So but here we have some experience of the earlier project implemented or information of the earlier project implementation. So, and then the third or the types of estimates is the budgeting process is the definitive estimates. So this is the most accurate estimates, and based on the detailed engineering data, and accuracy will be most and variation will be only around 5% on the either side. Types of the or the based on the bottom up or top down of the work breakdown structures, we can divide this budgeting process into two categories. One is the top down budgeting and another is the bottom up budgeting. So top down budgeting basically here top level people, top management peoples, they first estimate the amount of the resources to be allocated to the budget as a whole, like we do in the for planning of the country. So we allocate some money to different development departments, different ministries. So here also the top management people, they divide the budget and they announce some activities for different section of the companies, business firm, and in any development organization also. When the top management they estimates the amount of resources, and then the immediate subordinates break down the estimates into individual tasks, based on the work breakdown structures. Actually they divide the budget into different activities, sub activities at different levels, and also they divide this budget into they also estimate the cost of different activity, and the subordinates they do, and actually people at each level do the same until it reaches the last level of the organization. So if a project is implemented at different stage, so it's from a state to district to the grassroots level, village level, so at all levels they have to calculate the budget, they have to estimate the projects for the activities they will undertake to implement the projects. And so here in this process basically we break down the project at the smallest task possible. So at the last type of activity, we break down the projects and then we estimate the budget of each activity. Advantage of this top-down budgeting is that the overall budget constant is fixed at the top level. So here basically top level gives us some budget and we have to fix our activity at the different levels up to ground level, and only essential activity will be funded here because we have the budget constants is fixed at the top level. So we have to fix our activity. So based on the priority activity we can undertake because budget constants is already fixed. And disadvantage of this top down budgeting is that higher level executive may not like the lower level employee revising their figure. When the budget is given by the some top level, but lower level also calculating estimating their budget requirements, so they don't like sometimes that their figure given by the top level is revisiting by the lower level people. Then we have the bottom up budgeting. So here basically this is the reverse approach to the top down budgeting, and estimation start at the smallest work element at the grassroots level, at the lowest level in the organization, and estimates are first made in terms of machines or man hours and are then converted into currency, or we can say rupees in India, and then resolved or revised through discussion with seniors. When the grassroots level or low level people prepare the budget, then they can discuss the budget requirement or budget estimates with their senior, and then the rupee estimates at each level are aggregated to get the estimates for the next higher level. So if budget is estimated at the village level, this can be aggregated at the block level, and then block level aggregate can be aggregated at the district level, and district level aggregate can be aggregated again at the state level, and the national level we can say if there is a requirement. In the bottom up budgeting, basically the sum obtained at the higher level gives the direct cost of the project, and to this actually the project manager adds general and administrative expenses, contingency margin, and also profit margin if required. So when the all aggregation is done, then the project manager or top management they add some general and administrative expenses or contingency margin or if profit margin also if required. An advantage here is the individual who are in regular touch with the technical activities will make a better estimates of projects because they know the actual conditions, so they can make the better estimates. Actually at the ground level or middle level they are better aware about the things, so they make better estimates. And disadvantage here is the higher level people not believing in the capability of the lower level people, so they don't believe that what they will estimate, they are not capable enough. That type of thinking maybe they are in the top level management sometime. And then we have the two types of budgeting process, actually two types of budgeting techniques. One is the zero based budgeting system and another is the planning programming budgeting system. So actually again this gives us how to estimate and the cost of the budgets. And so let us first discuss the zero based budgeting system. So here each activity or each project is evaluated and the rank are assigned to each activities or projects, and on the basis of their importance actually we provide the rank to them. So here actually there is no earlier basis. So we start as a new activities or we estimate the budget's requirement for each activity or each project as a new or fresh. So actually funding is first made to the project activity considered most important. So based on the ranking of the activities or based on the ranking of the projects, based on their relative importance, we can give the fund to the most ranked or most important project. So first the project or first activity will get the funds which is the more important to the company or to the government organization. And basically this technique advocate against the basing on the FAST, So here we don't use the information available of the FAST. Actually, we talk about the decisions. We take the decisions about the features without taking any FAST information in the consideration. So here basically we start with the zero base. So new free or fresh activity we consider here. And the second important is the planning, programming, budgeting system. Here the system is designed to assist in identifying and planning projects that maximize the achievement of an organization long-term goal. So here again there are different steps are there. Actually, first is the planning for the identifying the goals and objectives. Then we plan or we program the activities. So programming, that is analyzing of the program to be undertaken. So activity undertaken should be identified here, and then we estimate the budget. So third is the budgeting, that is basically estimating the cost of each of the program. And lastly basically is the choosing the portfolio, choosing the project, and then basically the selection of one of the project based on the comparison of the cost and benefit. And here now we can sum up the session. Then budgeting is a plan of spending. It provides estimates of basically its cost of a project or its pricing, its aggregate cost basically of the project. And the process of project budgeting start with a kick-off meeting and then involved estimation of the labor, overheads, materials, support services, and then the aggregation of all the cost. And based on the type of the inputs and accuracy, actually we have the third type of estimation. One is the magnitude analysis, the approximate estimates, and the definitive estimates. So there is a least variation in the definitive estimates. And there are two types of budgeting process we have discussed, is the top down or bottom up budgeting process we have discussed. And then there are two techniques of the budgeting. One is the zero based budgeting technique or zero based budgeting system. Another is the planning development planning programming budgeting system. And these two techniques is basically to prepare the budgeting. And with this I thank you all. Thank you very much.